Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, good morning. As the chairman of the board for the Afghan-American Chamber of Commerce, on behalf of our board members, I would like to once again welcome and thank everyone for participating in our 9th annual U.S.-Afghanistan Business Matchmaking Conference. I'm delighted to see so many familiar faces and a large turnout here, especially a large participation from Afghanistan. This level of interest and participation is a testament to the importance of investment, growth of the private sector in Afghanistan, and abundance of opportunities in Afghanistan. In this critical time of transition, we are hopeful with a positive vision for the future of Afghanistan. We see the long-term future of Afghanistan as a regional hub connecting the countries of South and Central Asia, the role of the private sector becoming even more important, and Afghan businesses engaging more and more towards a market economy. The ultimate success in Afghanistan depends on the success and growth of the private sector. And a sustainable private sector is not possible without a long-term regional role for Afghanistan. This year's conference will include presentations by U.S. and Afghan business and government leaders. Panel discussions will be held on opportunities and challenges in critical sectors such as natural resources and mining, information, communications and technology, construction and infrastructure, energy and power, transportation and logistics, and various financial sectors. How these sectors relate to regional opportunities will be the focus of this year's conference. I also wanted to use this opportunity to briefly talk about AACC and our background. The Afghan-American Chamber of Commerce has been around for almost 11 years now. We started in 2002. It's a leading organization facilitating U.S.-Afghanistan business investment and trade ties. AACC serves the interest of its members through programs, advocates for a market economy in Afghanistan, and endeavors to strengthen U.S.-Afghanistan business and economic relations. AACC is a growing organization bringing together companies, financial organizations, individuals with a stake in helping Afghanistan succeed in developing business opportunities in its emerging economy. Some of you may ask the question, what is the purpose of all these conferences? When we try to get some sponsors or attendees, some asked, what is the result or what's the impact we're getting from these conferences and events that we're having every year? To answer that quickly, just wanted to mention that we as a volunteer, member-driven organization, are the voice of Afghan or private sector in Afghanistan in the US, and we try to have similar events like this. This is our annual conference, but we have several other events throughout the year, which we try to talk about different sectors, discuss challenges and opportunities in Afghanistan, and be the voice of business for Afghanistan in the US. The participation and interest of so many of you coming all the way from Afghanistan here shows one specific impact or result of that because of these conferences and events, we create networking opportunities and matchmakings where many businesses we know in Afghanistan have been able to find partners or work on various opportunities by participating in our events and conferences and finding the right contact or opportunity or networking for a joint venture or investment in Afghanistan. At this point, I'd like to ask our Honorable Don Ritter, our President and CEO, to invite our affiliate organizations to the stage, and we will begin our conference. So, Honorable Don.
Thanks, Suleiman. Thank you, Suleiman. And it really is a great sight to see this crowd here. I think you're going to particularly enjoy this conference. It comes at a time when the importance of the business community is at its peak, because the business community is the link over these troubled times. People will continue to do business. People will not change because some politics change. People will not shift their gears into other pursuits simply because there'll be changes in the security arrangements. You all will continue. You are the force for stability, the sought-after stability in Afghanistan. Anyway, I'd love to invite to the podium and to the head table right now our distinguished sister organizations, starting with the Afghan Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Chairman Hussein Fahim. Haji Hussein, can you come? I would like to invite the chairman of the Balkh Chamber of Commerce, Arash Younisi. Are you here? I know you were traveling yesterday. You have not arrived. Okay, we will welcome you tomorrow. Mohammed Kurban Hakjo, our CEO for ACCI. Kabir. I think he is running a little late, okay. Afghan Builders Association, Naeem Yassin. Afghan Builders Association, you should know, was a spin-off of the AACC's effort to establish a new and independent chamber of commerce back in 2003. In the winter of 2003 and 2004, we had a USAID grant to establish the new and independent chamber, which eventually became the ACCI of today, and we supported ABA with an initial grant to get off the ground, and they've been a very effective organization for the biggest industry thus far in Afghanistan, and that is the construction industry. Naeem Jan, could you come to the podium? Thank you. Haji Obaidullah Sadakhel, our great Afghan Business Council Dubai chairman since its inception. We were also, AACC was also active with Haji Obaid and his colleagues when ABC Dubai was set up. Is Saber Fermand here? I think he said he couldn't make it at the last minute. That's the Canada-Afghanistan Business Council, but I think later today, according to Sean, a Canadian businessman here, that we will be welcoming the ambassador from Canada to the United States later today. And last but not least, a new guest, the Australian Afghan Business Council President, Bashar Kistyar. Bashar? And the Herat Chamber, is our colleague from the Herat Chamber here? Yes. Saad Khatibi. Yes, how could I forget? This is what happens when you have lots of names and some are not written down. But Khatibi, yes, Saad. So I think we... Mazar. Balkh. He just got here. Great. And that is Younisi. Yeah. Arash. John. Okay, please. Move. Welcome. Welcome. Good morning. So we have a large contingent of our sister organization executives here, and I think we're going to have a few words from the chairman of ACCI, Haji Yassin. Please.
Thank you. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Your Excellencies, Sulaiman Litfi, Honorable Don Ryder, AACC and ACCI leadership, distinguished guests, US and Afghan business people. It's a great pleasure to participate in the 9th annual US-Afghanistan Business Matchmaking Conference. I would like to thank all who have contributed in organizing this conference. Dear friends, last year when we came together on a similar occasion, there were a lot of uncertainty regarding the future of Afghanistan-US relations. And majority and analysts were painting dark dark scenarios in transition and post-transition periods in Afghanistan. But now there we more confidence in less uncertainty, but the future of my country. And yet the transition is implemented about the future of my country, and yet the transition is implemented very successfully, especially in the fields of security and business. The recent Loya Jirga, which I had the honor to be a member, shed more lights on the path that our nation is going to follow in the next years. And now we are more confident that nothing will roll back after the withdrawal of the international forces, and the nascent Afghan democracy will keep going. Yes, okay. Therefore, this year's matchmaking conference of considerably more importance for us, and we hope that the U.S. business people have also received the message of Afghan people and the government that it is time for business. Let us join hands and complete this international mission for peace and prosperity in the heart of Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, the matchmaking conference have played a vital role in the connecting Afghanistan with the West and paved the path to create joint ventures, attract foreign investments, find business partners, buy machineries, and acquire experts in modern technology. We will present you the recent developments in legal and policy environments, and has will ACCI progress that will positively affect business and environments and investment environment. ACCI is positioned to respond the inquiries from the potential national and international investors and work with the relevant government institution and local businesses to facilitate a conducive, a seamless transition for investors who commit to do business in Afghanistan. In closing, let me once again thank all of you for taking the time to attend this conference. Again, let me express my grateful to my colleagues at the ACCI and our valued and esteemed partners, the Afghan-American Chamber, Afghan Business Council in Dubai, Afghan Business Council Association, and Afghan Business Council in Australia. I look forward to a successful conference and therefore after. Thank you. God bless Afghanistan.
The chairman's English gets better and better. I think this conference stimulates him to, between conferences, to really study up. So congratulations, Chairman. Yeah. So at this point, I think we're going to get ready for the panel on agriculture. So I want to say thank you to our distinguished sister organizations. Do you want to say a few words, Naeem? Yes. Yes, okay. Yes, the Afghan Builders Association has been a vital partner to AACC over all these years, and one of the reasons is that Naeem was a founder of Naeem Yassin was a founder of AACC, one of the founding board members. So come on up and please welcome the group and give a few remarks.
Ladies and gentlemen, respected guests, Afghanistan-American Chamber of Commerce leadership, Mr. Dan Rader, Mr. Sulaiman Lutfi, Afghanistan Chamber of Commerce Chairman, Mr. Asin Fahim. Good morning. On behalf of Afghanistan Builder Association, welcome all of you at the 9th Annual Business Matchmaking Conference in Washington, D.C. And really, we appreciate Afghan-American Chamber of Commerce to make this matchmaking conference here. And this year, we, ABA, Afghanistan Builder Association, bring a large member of construction company here in DC. And also, we have a table in the other room. Our ABA table is there. And also, as you know, every day, today and tomorrow after lunch or afternoon, there's a round table, is a matchmaking conference one-to-one. ABA also have a table here in like the other association, organization, they have an office. And also if you need any information, any assistance regarding the construction sector, construction material, mining, and logistic, we will be happy to assist you and cooperate with you in Afghanistan. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Naeem, John. The construction industry is a very interesting industry at this point in history, because we all know what's happening to the contract economy, and yet we see great potential on the horizon for the market economy. And you're going to hear a keynote speech this morning that will point in that direction, that is very encouraging about how much opportunity there is in that market economy, and those construction companies that can make the transition between contracts and markets over time will be the big and successful construction companies. We have a new participant in the Australian Afghan Chamber of Commerce, and he is going to say a few words to us. Bashir Kashtiar.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. What a pleasure to be here today. And first of all, I would like to acknowledge the hard work and the effort the organizers of today's event and the next 3 days they have put. Being a founding member of 2 organizations in Australia, I know how much effort is required to put and to make this event happening and to make it a reality. So a job well done to you, Mr. Chairman, and also those who have been behind in organizing such an event. AACC, compared to Afghanistan-American Chamber of Commerce, is a baby. So we are only 6 months old. We only back in May this year we established that, and we are again grateful to ACCI's team under the leadership of Ajisab Fahim, and also Akjo and his dedicated team, Atiq, Nasrat, Bahman, and those people who made it possible for us, who gave us a significant exposure to Afghanistan, and who made this process easier for us to be exposed not only in Afghanistan to the government level, and also to the private and business sector as well. It's a pleasure to say that we have got the support of both Australian government and Afghanistan government, and we have managed in the last 6 months to link and to bring the communities, business community in Australia and business communities, some of the prominent Afghan communities together in order to do some joint venture and some businesses in the 2 countries. One of the good news that I have that it is that we're also taking this as a example for us. We're going to follow the same in Australia. So hopefully in the first quarter of next year, discussion is happening with one of the local government, which is the government of Victoria, in the state of Victoria, where I live in Melbourne. We will run a similar program, hopefully, inshallah, very soon. And we will be informing you through the ACCI, and of course it will be done under the umbrella of ACCI and to be done in Victoria. And also, when we established and inaugurated the ABBC, our council in Kabul, on the 30th of May this year, our council was going to be launched by Australian government, And when I touched down on Washington, D.C. 2 days ago, I got the confirmation from the Federal Trade Minister of Australia that they're going to officially launch our council on the 18th of December in Canberra, Australia. So that's a good news to share with you. We have got lots of challenges ahead of us. We know that the business community will make a huge, huge impact, may play a vital role in the future of Afghanistan, especially post-2014. So what we believe, what I believe, and I'm sure that you do agree, the security of security of Afghanistan is the security of region, and the security of region is the security of the world. Therefore, we do need a stable Afghanistan. So without further say, I wish you all the best, and thank you very much for the opportunity. Lovely, thank you.
Thank you. And now this is a very special moment because it gives us a chance to thank those of you, our sponsors, who make this all possible. Obviously, as a volunteer organization, no one person is subsidizing this event, but a group of you come forth every year to make it all possible. So I would like to thank our platinum sponsors. It's the International Trade Center is a platinum sponsor.
Ronald Reagan Building.
Ronald Reagan Building, the Maiwan Bank, IHFD, International Home Finance and Development, Appleton Consulting, Washington Mortgage,
And California State Regions Center.
California State Regional Center. Our gold sponsors are AECOM, ARG, Afghan Resources Group, the Mammoth Group, and Mashrik Engineering and Construction Company, MECC. You'll see many of these people having booths in the other room for the trade fair. We have silver sponsors, Metis Solutions, RANA, the Afghan-American Women's Association, Omar Saleh Limited, and
Translation.
the Homeland Translation Services.
We need to thank Commerce Department.
Now, I want to also, I want to let you know, first of all, before I forget, many of these organizations that we're mentioning, both sponsors, panelists, speakers, government organizations, will have tables in the latter part of the afternoon. And we provide a kind of one-on-one networking capability. So for your information, there's a table over there. Colonel Ed Corcoran, our distinguished panelist, speaker, coordinator, has got sign-up sheets for the one-on-ones. And people really enjoy the one-on-ones, and they get a lot out of it because it gives them a proprietary access to key individuals that they want to meet. We have cooperating institutions that are also important to us. The U.S. Department of Commerce, the U.S. Agency for International Development. You'll be hearing from them in the course, USAID, USAID, in the course of the program. The Overseas Private Investment Corporation, OPIC, you'll be hearing from them. The Embassy of Afghanistan, the ambassador is in Kabul, and their Shakib Nouri, their commercial officer. Many of you know of him and know him from his days, years at the Commerce Department. He looks a lot younger than he is, even though he's been through all of these interesting times. The task force, the DoD Task Force for Business Stability Operations, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, DoD's Defense Logistics Agency, and the U.S. Department of State, Asian Development Bank as well.